getting ready for the first heat of the 400 IM, Event 1, Heat 1. Lane 1, Braden. Lane 2, Ryan Douglas. Lane 3, David. Lane 4, Capuccio Romero. Lane 5, Anna. And lane 6, Tyler. Hard to see the scoreboard, so I'll do the best I can to let you know times and finishes. Again, this is Heat 1, Event 1, Mixed 400-yard IM. In Lane 1, we have Braden Frommer from Bulldog. Lane 2, Ryan Douglas from Bulldog. Lane 3, David, I'm so sorry, I don't want to mess up your name, David from WAC. Lane 4, last name Capuccio Romero from Bulldog. Lane 5, Anna David from Bulldog. And Lane 6, Tyler Tagliarini from Bulldog. All right, heading into the breaststroke, and first so far is David Laganovskis, followed by Tyler Tagliarini, heading into the second half of the race. At the turn for the final 100 of the race, in first place so far is David Laganovskis from WAC, heading into the final 100. Finishing in first place from lane 3, David Laganovskis from WAC with a 4:17.67. Finishing second for this heat is Tyler Tagliarini from Bull with a time of 4:30.24. In lane 1, Braden Frommer finishes with a 4:35.85. In lane 4, Capucha Romero finishes with a 4:36.92. And we are heading into heat 2. Heat 2 of the 400 IM, lane 1, Ethan Zhao from WAC, lane 2, Maki Shinohara from Bull, lane 3, Rocco Sparica from Bull, lane 4, Enzo Capucha Romero from Bulldogs, lane 5, Turner Bowles from Bulldogs, and lane 6, Evelyn G from Bulldogs. It is a Bulldog heat. Heading into the final 50 of the breaststroke, we have lane 3, Rocco Scarica in the lead right now for Bulldogs in lane 3. Entering the final 100 of the 400 IM. Finishing in first place, we have Rocco Scarica from Bulldog with a time of 4:44.81. In second place, Maki Shinohara, also from Bulldog, 4:48.46. In third place, Enzo from Bulldog with a 4:53.46. Fourth place, Turner Bowles, 4:53.67. Fifth place, Ethan Chow, 4:55.80. And Evelyn finishes with a 5:17.56. This is heat 3 of the 400 IM. Swimming in heat 3 of the 400 IM, lane 1, Samantha Pastic from ARAC. Lane 2, Nikki Miller from WAC. Lane 3, Leah Skates from ARAC. Lane 4, Sabine Teal from Bulldogs. Lane 5, Emma Bowles from Bulldogs. And lane 6, Izzy Merzinska from Bulldogs. Heading into the backstroke, we have a close race between lane 3 and 4, making turns at the same time. In lane 3, we have Leah, and in lane 4, we have Sabine. As we start off the breaststroke, our heat leader so far is Leah Skates, lane 3 from ARAC. Followed closely by Sabine Teal from Bulldogs. And coming up also close in lane 2, Nikki Miller from WAC. And Sabine Teal has taken a lead here as she finishes up the breaststroke leg of this IM. And Nikki Miller is closing in on getting into second place position here. Coming into the wall in first place, lane 4, Sabine Teal with a time of 5:08.15. Finishing second, lane 2, Nikki Miller with a time of 5:13.61. Finishing third in lane 3, Leah Skates with a time of 5:21.38. Fourth place, Samantha Pasek with a time of 5:26.30. Fifth place, Izzy Merzinska from Bulldogs with a time of 5:29.45. And Emma Bowles is finishing up, coming into the wall now. Emma finishes with a time of 5:47.78. We are now heading into Heat 4. Swimming in Heat 4, lane 2, Samaya Badapali. Lane 3, Frankie Lucia. Lane 4, Aliyah Mojabian. And lane 5, Wim Gregg. Everyone is from Bulldogs except for Somaya, who is from WAC in lane 2. postings so you can like watch if you wanted to. We posted it around. Heading into the breaststroke in lane 3, we have Frankie, who's in first right now as she starts the breaststroke. Followed by Wim Greg. And in lane 4, Aliyah. Finishing first in lane 3 is Frankie with a time of 5:08.63. Finishing second is Wim Greg with a time of 5:21.83. Finishing third is Aliyah with a time of 5:33.46. Finishing fourth is Somaya with a 5:35.93. Stepping up on the blocks is Heat 5. Swimming in lane Heat 5, our final heat of the 400 IM. In lane 2, we have Sylvia from Bulldogs. In lane 3, we have Cosma from Bulldogs. And in lane 4, we have Ariana, also from Bulldogs. Heading into the backstroke leg of the 400 IM, it is a close race with these three girls, all turning at about the same time. Continues to be a close race. Heading into the breaststroke half of the IM, in our lead position right now in lane 2 is Sylvia. Entering the 100 freestyle portion of the 4IM, in the lead we have Sylvia, followed by Ariana and Cosma. Finishing first is Sylvia from Bulldogs with a 5:23.36. Coming into the wall second in lane 4 is Ariana with a 5:35.88. And touching the wall in third is Cosma with a 5:42.08. This is event 2. The girls' 200-yard butterfly. We have Julieta Cruz Rico in lane 3. Julieta is from ARAC. Just 10 years old doing this really tough event. Let's go, Julieta. Looking strong coming into the 50 with a split time of 39:44. 2 down, 6 to go. Coming into the wall for her 100 split, Julieta is at a 127.90. Finishing at the 150 mark with a 150 split of 221.48. Final 50. Staying strong. Way to go, Julieta. Way to go, Julieta. Finishing with a 3:13.42. Way to go. The next event is event 4, girls 200-yard backstroke. We have 2 swimmers. In lane 3, Charlotte Miller from WAC, and in lane 4, Darby Butler from ARAC. Coming into the 50, we have Charlotte Miller turning first with a 36.16, and Darby with a 37.17. Close race. Coming into the wall for the 100 split, Charlotte has a 144.39, and Darby is turning with a 118.16. Charlotte continues to hold the lead as she makes the turn at the 150 mark with a 152.94. And Darby turns at 2 minutes, .32. Final 50. Finishing in first in lane 3 is Charlotte with a 2:29.61. And behind her is Darby with a 2:40.09. The next event is event 5, the boys 200-yard backstroke, and this is an ARAC attack heat. All of our swimmers are from ARAC. In lane 2, we have Brent Nichols. Lane 3, Devin Hawkinson. Lane 4, Dylan Fitzpatrick. And lane 5, Dario Rivera Alvarez. Off they go. Some nice underwaters and turns there that we're seeing from those ARAC boys. Coming into the 50 with a split of 36.30 is Brent Nichols turning first, followed by Devin Hawkinson with a 38.82. And Dylan Fitzpatrick turning third at the split with a 42. Coming into the wall for the 100 split, Brent is turning first with a 1:15.83 split, followed by Devin Hawkinson in lane 3 with a 1:22.64. And Dylan turning third at the split with a 1:30.42. Turning at the 150 split, we have Brent with a 1:57.35, heading into his final 50. Turning second, we have sorry about that, got my names a little confused. Coming into the wall to finish the 200 backstroke, in first place is Brent Nichols with a time of 2:37.34, and I believe that's a new team record. Way to go, Brenty. And touching second, we have Devin Hawkinson with a time of 2:51.06. Nice swim, boys. Close race to the finish here. Lane 4 is going to touch third. That's Dylan with a 3:10.48. And got one more 50 to go for our friend Dario in lane 5. Finishing solid and strong, Dario in lane 5, coming up on his final wall. Way to go, Dario. Dario touches with a 4:19.62. The next event is event 6, the girls 200-yard breaststroke. We have 2 swimmers. Lane 3, Reagan Shack from Bulldog, and lane 4, Claire Dakin from Iraq. Coming up at the wall for the 100 split, we have Reagan turning first with a 1:27.04. Split at the 150 for Reagan is a 2:12.80. Claire is making the turn at the 150 mark with a 2:46. Final 50 for Claire. And Reagan finishes with a 2:59.92. Broke that 3-minute mark there. Nice swim, Reagan. Claire is looking strong as she finishes up her final lap here. And Claire finishes with a 3:43 flat. The next event is event 7, boys 200-yard breaststroke. In lane 2, we have Jack Stutsky from WAC. Lane 3, Edward Perkowski from ARAC. Lane 4, James Cozzolino from ARAC. And lane 5, Bennett Alloy from Bulldogs. Coming into the lead, into the wall in the first 50 is Edward with a 38.94, followed by Bennett with a 40.40. Looking strong as we enter our 100 split. Heading into the wall first is Edward with a 123.17, followed by lane 2, Jack with a 126.44, and Bennett in third with a 127.96 at the turn for the 100. Splits at the 150 mark. Edward, lane 3, 209.72. Jack, lane 2, 211.12. Heading into the final 50. Close race between these two boys. Finishing first is Edward Perkowski with a 2:59.08, followed by Jack Stutsky with a 2:56.17. I apologize. Edward was a 2:53.08. I need glasses. Bennett finished third with a 3:16.52. And lane 4 with a 3:22.10, James Casalino. Way to go, boys. The following event is event 8. It is the 1,000-yard freestyle. We have 4 heats. Heat 1 is stepping up onto the blocks. We have David Babick from Bulldogs in lane 1. Lane 2, Julian Skiba from WAC. Lane 3, Liam Teal from Bulldog. Lane 4, Emmy Beach from ARAC. Lane 5, Eddie Canarte from Bulldog. And lane 5, Mary Zampera from WAC. Once again, sorry about that. That's Mary from WAC in lane 6. Just waiting on the counters to arrive for their swimmers, and then we'll be able to begin. 1,000-yard freestyles, 40 laps. 40 lengths to the pool. And they're off once again. This is heat 1 of the 1,000-yard freestyle. In lane 1, we have David Babick from Bulldog. Lane 2, Julian Skiba from WAC. Lane 3, Liam Teal from Bulldog. Lane 4, Emmy Beach from ARAC. Lane 5, Eddie Canarte from Bulldog. And lane 6, Mary Sampera from WAC. Coming into the turn of the first 100. Heading into the wall for their 200 split, we're having a close race between Julian and Liam in lanes 2 and 3. Julian has the turn first with a 2:02.01, followed by Liam with a 2:02.83. Lanes 2 and 3 are heading into the wall for their 300 mark. Turning first is Julian in lane 2 with a 3:05.10, followed by Liam with a 3:05.30. It is a close race. Lanes 2 and 3 are making their way down to the wall for the 400 mark. Turning first in lane 2 is Julian with a 4:08.21, and Liam with a 4:08.62 close behind. That was the 400 split. Lanes 2 and 3 are heading into the wall for their 500 split. We're halfway through. Turning first at the 500 split is Liam with a 5:11.93, followed by Julian with a 5:11.98. Lanes 2 and 3 are headed into their 600 mark at the wall. Liam turns first at the 600 with a 6:15.08, followed by Julian with a 6:15.59. At the 700 mark, Liam turns with a 7:18.60, followed by Julian 7:18.89 at the 700 mark. This is quite a race for 1,000. They have been neck and neck the entire way. Lanes 2 and 3 are headed into the wall for their 800 split. Coming up at the 800 split at the wall. Liam is turning first with an 8:22.27, followed by Julian 8:22.87. Julian and Liam are heading into the wall at their 900 split. 100 remaining. Turning first in lane 3 is Liam with a 9:24.47, followed by Julian 9:25.78. Final 100 of the race. This is the final 50 for lanes 2 and 3. Finishing first in lane 3, Liam Teal from Bulldogs with a 10:24.67. Finishing second, Julian with a 10:28.28. Julian's from WAC. Nice swim, boys. Coming into the wall for her final lap here is Emmy Beach in lane 4. Emmy finishes with a 10:53.75. Finishing fourth in lane 6 is Mary from WAC with a 10:59.70. Finishing in fifth place is David from Bulldog with an 11:17.28. And Eddie in lane 5 is coming into the wall now from Bulldog, 11:31.29. Next up is Heat 2. Lane 1 is Rosemary White from Bulldog. Lane 2, Jonah Kalecki from WAC. Lane 3, Riley Nelson from Bulldog. Lane 4, Massimiliano Angarita from Bulldog. Lane 5, Eloise Phelan from Bulldog. And lane 6, Rena Platonov from WAC. Coming into the 100 turn first, we have Jonah Kalecki with 1 minute flat, 0.65, followed by Massimiliano with a 102.99. Massimiliano is in lane 4. Heading into the wall for the 200 split. Turning first in lane 2, we have Jonah Kalecki with a 2:07.59, followed by Massimiliano with a 2:10.97, and Riley Nelson with a 2:12.01. Swimmers are heading into the wall for their 300. Turning first at the 300 in lane 2 is Jonah Kalecki with a 3:15.72. Turning second, Massimiliano, 3:19.40, and then Riley Nelson, 3:20.64 at the 300. Lane 2, Jonah is making her way down to the 400 mark at the wall. It is a close race for second and third among the rest of our swimmers. Turning at the 400, Jonah is at a 4:23.42. Massimiliano, 4:27.71. Riley Nelson, 4:29.03. Those are our top three turns. Lane 2 is making her way for the 500 split at the wall. Coming up on the halfway point. Jonah at the 500, 5:30.41. Massimiliano, 500 split, 5:36.59, followed by Riley Nelson, 5:37.62. Lane 2 is making her way down for the 600 mark. At the turn for the 600 split, lane 2, 6:38.45. Followed by Massimiliano, 6:44.56, and Riley Nelson, 6:45.83. Close races there for third. Lane 2 is heading into the wall for the 700 split. Turning at the 700-yard mark, 7:46.34 for Jonah. Massimiliano, 7:52.34. Riley, 7:53.94. Lane 2 is heading into the wall at the 800 mark. Turning at the 800, Jonah has an 8:54.25, followed by Massimiliano, 8:59.97, and Riley Nelson, 9:02.23. lane 2 is heading into the wall at the 900 mark. Jonah gets the 900 split, 10:02.15. She's heading into her final 100. Massimiliano 900 split, 10:06.98. Followed by Riley Nelson, 10:10.92. Our swimmers are entering the final 50 of the race. Finishing first from WAC, Jonah Kolecki with a time of 11:07.32, followed by Massimiliano in second, 11:10.82. Touching the wall third will be Riley Nelson with an 11:17.39. Followed by lane 1, Rosemary, 11:21.58. Lane 5, Eloise, 11:21.97. And lane 6, Rena, 11:22.86. This is heat 3. In lane 1, we have Katie Raffaelli from ARAC. In lane 2, we have Kate Bussert from WAC. In lane 3, we have Robbie Matthews-Ramos from ARAC. Lane 4, Avery Foydo from ARAC. And lane 5, Adam Nichols from ARAC. Swimmers are making their way to the wall for the first 100 split. Leading the way, we have Robbie Matthews-Ramos from lane 3 from ARAC. Turning with a 59.21 split, followed by Adam Nichols from ARAC with a minute flat .12 split. And our third place, Avery Foydo, 1:05.07 at the split for the 100. Swimmers are making their way down to the 200 mark at the wall. Turning first in lane 3 is Robbie with a 200 split of 2:05.65, followed by Adam with a 2:08.23. In third, we have Avery with a 2:15.47 for her 200 split. Swimmers are making their way down to the wall for the 300 mark. Turning first at the 300 is Robbie with a 3:11.64. Followed by Adam with a 3:17.02. And Avery turns at the 3:25.90. Nice turns there for Robbie coming into the 400 mark. Turning at the 400, Robbie turns with a 4:16.78. Adam makes the 400 turn at a 4:24.99. Avery makes the 400 turn at a 4:36.3. Lane 3, Robbie Matthews Ramos in the lead, heading into the 500 split. Robbie turns with a 5:23.95. Adam's 500 split, 5:33.75. Robbie in lane 3 is heading into the 600-yard split. Robbie turns with a 6:29.11. Adam's coming up on his 600, and he splits a 6:42.43. Robbie in lane 3 is making his way to the 700 mark at the wall. Robbie splits a 7:35.74. At the 700 mark, Adam splits a 7:51.08. Robbie's in the lead at the turn, heading into the wall for his 800 split. At the 800 for an 8:43.19. Robbie in lane 3 is making the way down to the wall for the 900 split. At the 900, Robbie's at 9:49.97. At the 900, Adam turns with a 10:06.95. And Robbie is entering his final 50. And Robbie enters the finish here at a 10:49.65. Way to go, Robbie. Final lap of the race for Adam. Lane 5, Adam finishes with an 11:12.23. Coming into the wall for her final lap, we have Avery in lane 4. Avery finishes with an 11:45.84. Lane 2, Kate from WAC finishes 4th with a 12:02.21. And in lane 1, Katie Raffaelli finishes with a 12:08.61. We are entering the final heat of the night. This is heat 4. In lane 2, we have Sebastian Virgil from ARAC. Lane 3, Maximilian Jimenez from WAC. And lane 4, JC Lee from WAC. Lane 3 is making his way down to the first 100 split at the wall. And Maximilian is turning with a 103.42 for the first 100 split. Turning second is JC with a 119.88, followed by Sebastian with a 120.57. Lane 3 has just made the turn and is heading down to the first 200. Splitting a 210.56. And Maximilian is making his way to the 300 split with a 317.02. the 700 mark for lane 3. Sebastian in lane 2 is heading into the 600 mark. Sebastian's making his turn at 600, splitting a 9:09.44. Our lead swimmer in lane 3 is making his way to the wall for the 900 mark for his swim. Maximilian splitting the 900 mark at a 10:06.31. Lane 3 Maximilian is heading into his final 50 of the 1,000. Maximilian from WAC finishes with an 11:10.84. Sebastian is heading into the wall for his 800. Turning at the 800 mark with a 12:16.96 for Sebastian. JC turns at the 900 mark with a 12:32. JC in lane 4 is heading into her final 50 of the event. And JC finishes with a 13:42.93. Sebastian is heading into his final 100. Final 50 for Sebastian. And he's made the turn for his final 25. Let's go, Sebastian, bring it home. Sebastian finishes with a 15:20.54. Great swims, everyone.